we talk about how weird the bears and the train horns and sirens are? Like, the train horns and sirens are absolutely ridiculous. It sounds like hell. It sounds like hell and fire. You know what I mean? Like, they're all these out of tune, screaming, hateful. It sounds like racism in hell. Yeah, that's what it is. It's racism in hell. I'm in National Forest. Campsite. Oh yeah, underneath the tower. I love it. It's fun. But anyway. Yeah. Oh no, people's criticism was just the worst thing in the world. Okay, from my perspective, they teach you words so they can tell you what they think, and they want you to be open to criticism so they can criticize you, never so they'll hear any. You know, I'm just done with people who think they're like, you want to what? Right? Oh, we're doing God's will. We're changing baby dicks because Jesus is coming back. They're really doing that. They genitally mutilated 1 billion babies because they think Jesus Christ is the only Son of God. You can't deal with these people. They're not. Yeah, I was out here and I was literally reflecting. It's like, why am I in National Forest? Because the people of the age are genocidal racists, and they basically they do anything they want for what they want. But when it comes to actually looking at what they're doing, they're going, no, I'll just criticize what someone else is doing and make it a bigger deal than what I'm actually doing. Like, I'm sure the fucking pedo island shit isn't even the beginning of it, of the things. I want to puke. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have a family. Everyone treats me like I'm a weirdo. But the reason why is I know who you fucking people are. Like, I'm like, you guys are terrible people. You fucking are. And ironically, opening up to my inner terrible person was the thing that made me safe. Like, look at this. I got like bird wings, right? I just fucking slayed a blue jay. Like, it wasn't a blue jay, it was a jackdaw. They're different. Jackdaws are considered pests because they're aggressive. But anyway, yeah, this like voice told me when to shoot. It was like really cool. Like, he came up through the sun and he's like, all right, wait. And then it was just like this pause, and I shot him, and it went right through his chest. He was instantly dead. He was on his back. I say he because he was small. Maybe it was a female. Who knows? But yeah, it was an instant kill. Instant kill. Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, the fox has got the rest of the body. Yeah. I said a prayer. Said his soul to paradise. Seeing God's face. I know where it is. I can actually do that. So. But God comes from the Bible, G-O-D, that's Jewish. I grew up with it. Sorry if I ever used that word. I'm not pushing a Christian agenda, because again, it gives a fake world history, and it generally mutilates children. So my reasoning is that God, like, there might be a creature like God, because weird things have happened, but, sorry, I'm a little high. Yabba dabba doo da. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, it's like really, yeah. The people of my age are not as awake as they think they are. They're pro changing your body. Yeah, changing your body with a knife, fuck that piece of skin. For me, I am psychologically aware of where that part of me would have been, and that it just doesn't exist anymore. And like, as a being, I feel it. I go like, ugh, that's missing. I'm sure every tree too. Anytime you've ever cut a tree down, it's like, well, there's life, goodbye. You know, it actually, like, something that was grounded had ceased to be. So it's not like, oh, this doesn't hurt anybody. No, nonsense. You ever get the smallest cut on your skin? Oh, it's terrible, right? Same thing with like what you do to others. You just go ahead and do it, and as long as you're not hurting, you don't care. So yeah, the thing that I see is like the real hatred of the rich of the poor is they're afraid of pain. Yeah, everyone's so terrified of pain because the body found through evolution that it was better to say absolutely none of that ever whatsoever, and that got you a lot further than people who were like, I don't feel it. Those people didn't make it. The people who protected their bodies at all costs selfishly, they made it. So yeah, it is interesting that evolution is such a different answer. And one of the reasons too that I don't really engage with the people of my age, even though they do get it, I'm sure, they're all educated too, right? We're the machine cult monkeys, right? Yeah, Motor City, look at these cats going over there. See that? Amazing. I love my life. It's so pretty. Pretty all the time. Yep. Well, that's what I play. I play ultra gorgeous. I want an ultra gorgeous girlfriend because I always wanted them growing up, but because I was like, again, I was genitally mutilated by a death cult that said I was going to hell. I never had one, so yeah, I'm looking for. And they like me. Like I take screenshots. Like there's a few like really ultra gorgeous girls online that I met. They were like, "I'm gonna touch your butt," and I was like, "Nice." You know what I mean? They're funny. Because some of them are like so gorgeous they're hated. Like people go, oh, they couldn't have anybody, and that's me too. I mean, like I think people hate me because they don't think they'd be good enough for me. But I love everybody. You don't understand. I love everybody. I have a big heart. I have a huge heart. I gave away my last 20 once and ate nothing but oranges for 4 months. And I have to say it because I made a conscious change about storytelling. And that had to do with one, there was like a pickup theory called DHV, which everybody knows now. I think when it was becoming popular, I heard about it. But yeah, it totally helped. Like the thing that got me over my barrier was Kino escalation. Is that what you're doing is like when you meet people, touch their arm, give them a hug, say nice to meet you. If you hold their hand, squeeze it, lean in and shoulder rub them. And the thing is I've given people, both genders, not really sexual massages or like rubs. And the thing is it's designed to release endorphins. And the reason I say you have to do this is it's more or less an economic theory. If nobody ever does that, or if only your lovers do that, which who has lovers all the time? If you have money, oh, easy. If you don't have money, impossible. You don't have lovers, you have enemies. You have people you're trying to control. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I've known a lot of, like, here's the thing with Earth, and this is why the law is good. The law is actually changing humans from being, we've had thousands of years of the law enforced, right? It's changing humans from being savages to being gentle people. And so this has been popular in history, being gentle, yeah, being of a gentle nature. This is so good for YouTube, it really is, especially for my history channel, because my intention is to have these videos exist in some capacity for the future after my death, and also in a psychic way where my soul, I believe I'll be able to watch you. I believe I'll be able to see you seeing these, right? And I will have action and agency in the world still. So I think spirits, the reason you don't see them often or that they hide for years is they're probably more understanding than you think. Yeah, but they definitely exist. Like my ayahuasca experience was crazy, right? So I closed my eyes and there was like, I was obviously seeing something. And this thing goes like this, shh. And then I understood through a thought that she was going to basically predict the future. And so I saw these things that would happen, and then right in order, they all happened. And that was when she was like, you're really with the real being, right? I exist. I'm right here with you. And so that's the edge I take. And yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm like a priest of the Divine Mother. I've literally spent the time in the temple worshiping. So I still pray. Prayer is still the foundation of my life. Giant shadow just went over my head. Nice. Yeah. Because I believe that contact's possible, but sort of the irony in the Bible is literally the Jews saying, nuh-uh, we're the chosen people. Which if you see, like, yeah, my stuff comes from God, but how many people fucking say whenever I talk, no, I don't see that, you're wrong, right? They have to. Why? Because they need language as a shared property, right? There's this great joke from Penny Arcade. It was on the Witch Lock. They made me laugh so much with this. The Witch Lock. They're like they have their D&D character, and it's really awesome. Like they have all these magic powers, and at the very end, there's a footnote that says there's only one pair of Witchlock blades, and they have to share. And it's really funny. And that's just like that's kind of like I, right? The word I. That's why they say don't have an ego because it pisses everybody off. But the difference is affirmation. As people love it, is like I am the most beautiful person I know. I've seen people go like, good, yes. That was great. I think I saw Dennis Rodman today. He was in a carriage of 7 Super Jeeps out here in off-road land. Yeah, it was tight. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. I think I meant Dennis Rodman. Or somebody that looked like him. His last Jeep was the 7th, and it was decked out. It was explicitly awesome. I was like clapping, and he just gave me the biggest silvery blue white smile. You know what I mean? Like he's so fucking high. His fucking teeth are emitting light from God. Right? And I love that man. He's cool. Just laughing. Or it was a daughter of his, or who knows. There's lots of rich people in LA. I don't know anything about LA money. I'm totally like a Tucson bumpkin. And I think I'm going to lean into it rather than resist it. Like, yeah. I do kind of like philosopher clown. I don't know, like here's the thing about astrology is astrologers didn't know the stars moved over time. And so it's kind of just like this, yeah, we're in a dance of things spinning, right? That's right. We're not being held down because that used to be too that all this was fixed and that the sun was moving, right? No, but there's a thing though is that this ground lurcheth on its own. I think it does. Yeah. It's like the whole thing moves at once, so to be still here is almost impossible. You know, it is true with the Enlightenment that something as real as space becomes unreal, and you'll be shocked when you find that. Yeah, you have to look at the stars at least once on a massive dose of acid. At least once. You don't even know what you're missing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Better than HD TV. Better than HD TV. I totally was straight edge. I believed everybody like it's bad for you. You shouldn't. No, fuck your laws. Fuck your laws and fuck your science. That shit is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. You're basically just jerks. You're basically just haters. Know nothings. You go, oh, all the cool. Why do you think all the attractive people are fucking high? And I'm not high now. It's been fucking years. Like I said, like a decade. It's been such a long time. It's been a ridiculous amount of time. Right? I'm really sober. Like this is. But it was so amazing that I found out something that stayed with me. Like, I found God, like the real God, the first day I took acid. So why would that happen? Because he made the fucking reality. Duh. It's his fucking show. He's an artist. What do you think about Nissan? How is that not art, right? Nissan. What else can you say for eternity? But anyway. Yeah, I don't have to breathe. I'm immortal. I really don't. Yeah, I screamed that yesterday. Would you stop telling me to fucking breathe? I don't have to breathe. And I don't want to breathe. Because it smells like you. No, I like a lot of people. I do like a lot of people. But just some people, they're just in a corner called I don't wanna. And the I don't wanna people aren't a part of it. They're just not. You gotta be, being life positive means you're willing to live. But yeah. Yep. Del Taco's trash. Del Taco's awful. Yeah, I saw the founders. The founders look like the fucking, like, the worst people on earth. The geologist, probably rich. Donovan. He probably was rich. Psychedelic. Yeah. Manifestation's easy. You know, I stare at cards that have my perfect life on them in images. And, yeah. Used it to win money. I literally won money. I've gotten girls like when I first like okay, so my whole life it's like girls were always other people's girls. It was always like I was always the guy who was just like a fucking loser, and it hurt, and it was terrible. And I hated every moment of it. And I always wanted so like when they're like, oh yeah, all the fucking 56-year-olds are out there fucking 14-year-olds on Pedo Island. I was like, I'm not surprised because they grew up in a culture where their grandpas were doing that to them. My grandpa did that to me. Oh yeah. Every man here's this is like shut the fuck up and listen to man wisdom. Every man is throwing every other man under the bus all the time so he can get to all his favorite girls. You know what I mean? It's a competition for space. And it sucks. And it's omniprevalent. And it's generational. It's cooked into the religion. It's cooked into the societies. It's cooked into even... And women like it. That's the reason why I don't let women talk, because they benefit from it. They're like, yes, the men have to fight. Don't stop that. They're complicit as well. They like it. But here's the thing about, you know, survival. Or being a being. Like, what an amazing thing, right? Nature needs me to be a competitor in a cycle test for dominance of breeding. And I said, fuck that, I'm going to play video games. And it pissed everybody off. It hurt. Playing video games all the time is an awful experience. It's not good for your, like, mind. Like, you can't sleep. You just see darkness. Like, it's really, like, really weird. But it came with a few skills. And I do have to give my mom credit. She was open and wanting me to learn programming earlier. But obviously, I wasted a lot of my time online because I was in my whole life I was showing off for chicks online, right? I wanted to meet a girl online, but the problem was I was on Bill Gates' internet, so the only people I was meeting were other angry men like me who hadn't been able to find any girls, assuming they were this just there. Like, talk about naive, right? Oh, they just plugged in and that's it. No, they've got webcams and they fucking know addresses and they know your families. They have scouters, recruiters. I'm telling you, this was a nationwide organized effort to get rich old men laid because they could pay people. It's simple. That's what money scarcity does. Literally anybody's willing to change any moral just for a heap of it all at once. No questions, right? It's basically all of them. But the whole reason it was not allowed was just it really just was like drama. It was some people were involved. Everyone's involved in sex games. Who can be with whom? It's the loudest racket in planet Earth. Yeah, owning slaves sounds nice. Have you ever had to dig a hole? It'd be great to just tell people what to do. What if they say no? You know, it really is like this idea that nobody's going to work for you. They're going to try to be you. And so you have to put them down so that they aren't you and don't get up about it like that. Something like that. I mean, it's amazing. This thing is bubbly and it has a million different nutrients. It's got all the. I mean, it's like, look at this. We're fucking gods. We made this in a world with corrosives. Where things don't just work out all the time. Almost all metal you eventually have to replace because it rusts. Almost all like we don't have anyway. Yeah, there's a conventional. We have a few conventional recipes for how to do stuff, but we're in a universe where any new method or technique of doing anything is greatly appreciated. So, like any new materials, anybody with any ideas, like I used to have ideas for new chemistries and stuff, but unfortunately, I had parents who believed in they might okay. So education first sells you that you're a dumb baby without it, but all it does is it just like oppresses your ego, and then you just have adults yelling at you, and it's all at the end of the day just about dog training, about some person with hubris trying to say I told you so, right? It's just shit. Like the amount of things I've heard later were fake about my education. I'm just like I'm red faced mad about it. I really am. Like to this day, I fucking hate you. And you know, don't hurt your classmates. Take compassion on people. But I understand school shootings 100%. I went through that shit. When everyone every day tells you you're wrong and the worst, what are you going to do? You don't have any other option. People are trying to invade your mind and change your beliefs about life. They want to change who you are, so it's oppressive. School destroys talents. School obliterates natural talents. The only people who are talented can't give a fuck about anybody there or any of the rules. If you want to be a great, you can't have rules in your head. If you can't. It's not for you. It's made up by a monkey. Some monkey with a stick said, "No, I'm in charge," and fuck you. That's what I think. I don't have to listen to shit, and I never have. I come from a long line of people who never have. The message of that is remember the message of Santa Claus. Remember the Bible touched baby dicks. That's who these people are. That's what time it is. I fell for Dogecoin. I hope I didn't throw my family's wealth down the drain with Dogecoin. That'd be unfortunate, but fuck 'em. I'm a homeless guy living in my car, you know. It's up to you to fucking assess sources. You gotta go, does he know, does he not know? You know? It's no mistake when something's showing up on my front page. I just don't see directly who controls it, so I don't know their attitude, right? Hide in the shadows. But yeah. I don't know. I still eat, right? I've had thoughts like maybe this universe has eating and it's hard because we asked for it. Hey, I want to put it in my right. You could have a lifetime where you're a superior alien being, but you don't have a mouth, and you're like, I miss that. I want to see that again. So God's like, I got Earth for you, and it's like pretty good, but it's also like, I think Earth is like hard mode. I want to eat it, and I want it to be difficult and kind of scary and hard. And that's the Earth, yeah. It's like if you're an old soul, it's like I want to experience hell. Okay, we got something a little better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think God could endure hell all the time, but that's all myth. That's all fucking. See, look how close. Look how deep that myth is in my mind. I'm in an age where the Bible was the truth. I grew up where the Bible was the truth. It physically affected my penis in an awful and violent way. Okay, this is shit. Okay, this is fucking shit. I don't love you. How do you touch a baby's knife? See, my mom is complicit. She's 100% an accessory. Thank God she divorced my dad when I asked her to. Yeah, this is just. I am just kind of commenting. I guess kind of trying to smooth my edges in history, giving my context, answering the fair questions. Because I know there were many times when I was the one who was demonized. I hadn't had anything to do with it and done anything, and I'm just like hot having to hear other people's shit. That's a game. That's a game that goes around. Oh yeah, my dad's totally full of it. My grandpa was full of it. Like it's just trash. Like it really is true. If you don't want to have kids, you're a hero. Fuck these people. They are the result of 300 million years or more, billions of years of nonstop breeding, success in breeding. Only the ones who made it are the ones who were here. So that's who they're all are. They are win no matter what. That's their attitude. Win no matter fucking what. Me first. Because if you weren't that way, you wouldn't exist. You just wouldn't be around. Your DNA would have died, 100,000 years ago, at least. So, and now it's get money. Let's get money. And it's also the transcendental, like the New Age awakening has some truth to it. I have to admit it, it does. It really does. But big old serious head. Yeah, we're living in an age of nukes. you know, I've been conducting foreign policy from my living room for sure. I mean, they know who I am. I know every single foreign government in the world has a ping on what I say. And I give it to them in leaks, and they appreciate it because it's definitely not anti-American. It's just I know who you all are, and I've just taken leadership. It's me. It's I'm the leader now. So I call myself Ron Anu. Yeah, this guy goes my boyfriend. Talking to my boyfriend, me. Kind of my boyfriend. I like my art. It's very peaceful. One line at a time. Yeah, canvases are great. I really just want appreciators, right? I want to like do art and have people around me going, "Yay, I liked that. That was nice art. Felt very arty to me." Right? And instead they're just like, "Boo." Do something, you know why? Because they have to eat and shit and they're going to die one day. No one's happy. They're all going to get old and die. You think these women are like, "Oh, thank God I'm attractive." They're like, more to let go. You know what I mean? Thanks, God. So in a way, like the hate thing has been kind of news, right? Because it's, yeah, this is just living room with Chris. Just hang out with me for an hour. Why not? Nothing else to do. Yeah, I want to make a game. Chris, yeah, historian Chris. I look fat. Maybe I am, but nah, I'm healthy, dude. I have huge ass muscles. All right, this is hard. My legs were hard my whole life. I'm big. I was, but like, yeah, I saw this sergeant throw this soldier. The soldier had body armor on. Like, you don't even like, yeah, especially a sergeant. Like, this is not something that I've done. But somebody who physically wrestles people's bodies and dominates them all the time just has an impressive energy. They can conjure it again easily, right? You got to be strong in order to beat that. You have to be stronger mentally and say you're different. Use any angle you can, right? If you're in a competition, it's just for any young man listening. You may not believe it, but because of how much I fucking suffered, I do kind of care about you a little bit. I don't want you to get circumcised. If you're a young man, yeah, I don't want you to get circumcised. I don't want you to go through the hell I went through. Here's what you do. If you're a young man, you write down 2 pages in your journal and keep it absolutely dead fucking silent secret your whole life. You write down the girl you want, and then you write down the job you want, how you want it, because groundedness has to do with how you relate to others. So it doesn't have to be a job. Job is such old way thinking, because if you're friendly or like social, you'll just float around and just meet everybody in the world. Like, it's be cool, right? Take advice from people who have the life you want, not the life you don't want. Like, probably listening to me will make you just like this. Will make you just like me. So there's good sides to me. But I'm not Tom Cruise. So if somebody needed me to bail them out with some money, I'd be like, you should try praying. Maybe he is that way too, because here's the thing, like, America's so funny. It's like all the people who are here are like, yeah, just criticize people who don't get along. Let's point out the flaws in America real quick, please. The money is printed at your debt. The people who invented it were wrong about many things in their lives, right? We don't know if the world history we're given is even correct. Was there a civil war between Britain and America? Maybe it was to hide the British influence in America, right? They said that we fought it out. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Yeah, there were drawings. If I was to make it up, I would draw it too. So how do I live without being able to verify what other people are telling me is true? Do I need to hear about the world in order to be well situated in it? And the answer, actually, technically, you learn in meditation, is no. You don't. And when I found that no, I knew where the trick had happened. Someone said, hey, I have something you need. No, you're not quite put together yet. Once you have what I've got, then you'll understand it all, right? And that only works by betraying your self-confidence. So every trick in the universe goes with tricking somebody. They need to unfoot you. Anyway, science. Yeah, who knows what science even is? I'm not a scientist. I don't peer-reviewed journals. Yeah. God, that's got to be such a community. They don't pay attention to me at all, which is unfortunate, because I could walk up to people trying to solve major problems and push them through to the next side. I've done it before, but yeah, is it any wonder all your favorite art, music, and TV was made by people on acid? Like, why do you keep it illegal? Well, you made it illegal so the Pedo Island people, here's the truth, and I'm not arguing for what I want to do, I'm saying it from their perspective. They made all that shit illegal so it was only legal for them, because they understand it makes a close connection between people and it makes them invincibly powerful. So, that's the truth, in my opinion. So, like I said, I was raised Catholic. I was just like any other normal drone of this society, fucking brainwashed as hell. You're going to hell, Jesus Christ is coming back, yeah, right. If you didn't figure out they were lying by Santa Claus, like, my dad's a fucking jerk. Yeah, my dad got me circumcised. My dad got me circumcised and then had the audacity to be, my dad actually told me he was a serial killer once. Like, you think, like, look at my face. Don't I look like the end result of just years of just heartbreak and sadness? Yeah, that's pretty much who I am. It's been tough. It's been a shitty time. I still smile, but it's hard. It's hard. And I hate everybody. Nobody is my friend. Nobody is my friend. Never have been. They don't care. I'm not them. I pee and shit. If they wouldn't eat my poop, they're not my fucking friend, because there's at least one thing mentally that's off about them, right? That's Tantra. You know, it's like one of the stages in tantra is you have to look down and accept the fact that you have a body, all your organs, the jiggly bits, the pain, right? You have to go into the things you don't want. That's tantra, right? In my opinion. Yeah. It's a good fireside conversation. Tantra is a huge subject around like fires and stuff. It doesn't mean freaky sex. It really doesn't. It means how to sit in the moment so completely. It's mystical. To me, breath control and mysticism go with yeah. Some people are saying you're not spiritual. Your cells are asphyxiating because you're not breathing constantly. No, you're wrong. It is breath control. There's something about the prana in mind that when it locks, it's like it's 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 a powerful. It's seen spiritually and it has an influence in a way that's different than anything else. I've just been such a critic. I know what critics think, so I can like anticipate questions or things. But yeah, no, yeah, it's tough. Like my religion touched my dick with a knife, told me a bunch of lies about the world. My government was made by fucking sickos that didn't know what they were doing and did a lot of things that were just stupid and wrong and don't make any sense. It was literally just people are living in idea world. People are living in idea world. They are. Words are spells. What you think manifests. No, he's making up a fake world history and duping you into thinking he knows God. 101. Somebody's trying to get something for nothing, which is the whole thing, right? It's actually really hard to till soil, to grow fruit, to grow food, to do all this shit, right? Doing the shit that we actually need done isn't easy. It's hard as fuck. And so life is full of noisy, distracting people who are trying to make you accept them for not having to do shit to get it all for free. And Morrison, that's why we hate rich people. We go like, you really think that you have done an equivalent amount of work as producing 200 luxury sports cars? You just like working out and looking cool on TV, you think that was equivalent to that? And that's a feeling that I have, at least, as I go, you should be paying the people who are doing the toughest jobs the most. But popularity is its own thing. Maybe it comes with its own costs, right? You need to have a nice house to represent the studio, and then you have to be able to have guests and all that stuff because you're a political thing anyway. How much of that actually works out? You're still dealing with people. I mean, Michael Jackson could do literal physical miracles. Like, if you watch Michael Jackson knowing what a miracle is, if you can see miracles, they're all over him, everywhere around Michael Jackson, and they're still like, so you're a pedophile. My issue, the reason I bring it up is nobody's visiting kids. Nobody's visiting kids because they're afraid. You guys have really fucked that one up. And the other thing is that, yeah, you got to protect children from predators. 100%, I agree. Not questioning that at all. But the other thing is that you also made touch illegal, and now you have closed people who can't be touched. No one can touch each other ever, or it's automatically sexual. And so the only people who get it are the ultra attractive people. Everyone else, you're in a society where it's like, have fun you're gonna go on a hike with your dog. You know, that's all you got left is just that shit. So yeah, a lot of people are just mad. You touched my dick with a knife. You were taking on, when I was in high school trying to get a girlfriend, the people who were in charge, were harvesting the young women from my neighborhoods to take them off to rich billionaire islands. And I got it from the young men too. I mean, like, growing up, like when I was like 5, 6, there was these two gorgeous girls, Shannon and Lauren, and all the boys liked them, and it was a fight. Like, the fight of men for women is the story of history. It's why kings throw away, it's why kings start wars. I guarantee half the wars in histories have been agreed by the leaders that it was just to throw away the men and test the armies, right? Get rid of all the people who could want your girl, right? Sex games, you know? There's two ways you can do it. You can be the biggest brute and you can fight every single guy because you're going to have to. If you don't think that you don't have to fight every single guy that likes your girl, you can do that. And if you do that, you're going to get him. You're going to get a harem of the most gorgeous girls you've ever seen. Rich guys don't date girls as gorgeous as this. To be physically dominant, to be a man who just kicks ass, only that person has all the girls. And believe me, you're going to have to kick everyone's ass to do it, though. Nobody's going to just give that to you. Anyway, except for like spiritual people, they will. Because they don't believe in it. They just don't feel it. You're talking about having kids with that person. Like what? You want to love them that way, or you want no, but it is about breeding. It's about that which bred is what is, right? Time has been going on so long, the people who didn't feel like it don't exist. Or where it could be an ant colony, right, where some people have certain purposes and people fit in, because ants have different types of person, right? There's obviously some people are obviously comedians. Some people are obviously workers. There's people who want to own a work truck and swing heavy objects all day. They wouldn't want to do anything else, right? So, like me, I want to talk about philosophy. But I understand that I'm criticizing the essence of my people, and they don't want to hear, they'll never hear it. Because I'm not like fake righteousness, where it's like, yeah, go ahead and genitally mutilate yourself, ha ha ha, because that removes a sexual rival, right? That removes a sexual rival. I just don't believe that the people speaking out for transsexuals are just like, you're like, wait, what? You want a boy to poison his body to become a girl? No, he just can't get a girlfriend. You think he can? He can't. Okay, in school, when a boy likes a girl, every other guy is going to go, do I want her? And if the answer is yes, he's going to ignore every other girl that exists, and he's going to challenge that boy's right to be with her. It's horseshit. It's 24/7. You know why? Because we are the results of the people who did that. We are the results. This is like, I'm saying this and it's my main point, and I know there's people going to be like, oh, what's he talking about? I don't get it. That is what I'm talking about. Sex games, the breeding. That is why we are the way we are. That is why the human traits that exist are the way they are. It's sex games. If you didn't get it on, you're not here. All right? All of us, since we are here, are the literal mortal descendants of nonstop sex for 1 billion years. So what happens when a man like Charlemagne literally said, I get divine right. The first child out of every beautiful woman is mine. No one else shall have any. Or you can have like the seconds and thirds, right? You can have a couple, or maybe he took all the breeding all the time. I can't remember. He made all the breeding about his, only him, no one else. Well, because of that, Charlemagne is, they say, maybe DNA's made up, I'm not a scientist. They say that DNA, or that Charlemagne DNA is in every single, I'm Anglo-Saxon, I'm just Anglo-Saxon. That means that I have Charlemagne DNA, right? You know, Joe Schmo of the time, though he may have been a great person, had great qualities, had all these wonderful things about him. Oh, he's such a nice guy, right? Oh, he's intelligent, he's a great artist. He feels he'd be a great lover. Everything about him's perfect. But he's not literally Charlemagne, so he does not exist today. He is just a boop, dead end. You know, you have like the part, it's just like, that's all it is. That's what it is. That's what it is on Earth. You know, Genghis Khan did it. Charlemagne did it. So anyway, the trait, the incredibly douchey trait that says it's all about me, I only win, all the other guys lose, that is a dominant, well-expressed, ubiquitous, human male attitude. And it makes everything shitty. The same shitty everywhere. Right? And the only way to get by is to acknowledge that they're animals, that while they're smiling, they would also bite a piece out of you. Right? To realize that, and then you're in the hyena pack, and then you're a dude. Right? It wasn't as nice as they made it out to be. Ain't no son of God about it. For sure. So anyway. Yeah. Sex games. That which went on is what's here. You know, if you're a loser, if you are a loser, if you're a loser, if you're not at the peak of society and you only think you are or only want to be, if you don't have people visiting you all the time, if you don't have good energy in your life, if you don't have a massive amount of wealth, if you're a man and you don't have soldiers and you don't have, like, wives, you don't commit to having children, because your kids will know you're a loser and they'll hate you. If I ask my dad once for one thing and he says no, he can't, oh, he's a fucking bitch. Who the fuck are you? Oh, we're broke now? I can have one toy a month. Oh, okay. I'm on a starvation diet then, right? I don't get to experience new things routinely. It's only in the special, like, it's just, fuck that. Fuck that. Dumb. Wrong. This society touched my dick with a knife, gave me a fake world history. The government committed genocide and slavery and all these terrible things to get here, and now we all got nukes. Not saying we're not any worse than anybody else, believe you me. I don't think we are. I don't think we have done anything that was particularly more awful than any group of people on earth. There is no innocent person. Natives, you're not natives, you're Asian colonizers, and you're not fucking native. You know, I'll call you savages, you are. Just like we are. Duh, because that's what exists. You know, the type of guy that runs out and goes, get off my fucking hill. That guy owned the hill. Everybody said, don't go on that hill, that's that guy's. But if you go up and go, hey, how are you? We might be friends. He's going to go, I don't fucking like you, get the fuck out of it, right? You're going to get it in return, you can't be nice. So here's the thing, the Bible is so sick. The Bible cuts a piece of your dick off and it says, you need to love your brother as yourself. Lie. They will never give it back because it's not how it works. And you're going to be in pain your whole life, right? The Bible was made up. It gave a 6,000-year-old history and said God was talking through the author, right? It's just fake. It's just the Bible was a human attempt to express their feelings about morality in the world, right? But it was made up. It was made up. Somebody said, God told me to tell you that, and that part was fake. That part was fake. Or God is a prankster. You know? Bothersome. He thought he could hide it. He thought he could hide it, but just like, I just noticed it. But anyway, yeah, that's why Christians, like, the most violent people I knew in the street were the Jehovah's Witnesses. They had guns. They would use guns. You think I'm not kidding? They would use guns against the other children growing up. We're talking about, like, 7-year-olds. Like, this shit was fucked up. Yeah, doctors in America genitally mutilated every single young man in America. I haven't done any research, but like until the 2000s, I actually, as a victim of it, just can't look it up. I just don't want to know. It would actually like be personally hurtful. And then they say they're the good guy. And then you got Big Pharma fucking lying. Corona doesn't exist. Global warming's not real. Who the fuck believes this shit? Like, when I go outside, nobody has Corona masks, but on TV, everyone's wearing a mask. Who are you? You know, do I think the black power that wants to overtake America is going to be any better? No. I think it's going to be a new variety of just as stupid or just as ruthless, right? Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to have 1 trillion luxury vehicles without doing 1 trillion luxury vehicles worth of work, you have to subjugate and control other people's lives. You have to make them do that for you. And the way you do that is called property ownership. It's proper, I have everything, because I had it before. The fuck are you? I get like no bugs in this car. It's like an ant thing. Reminding me people are listening. I don't care. Are you talking about the Prince of Thailand? Yeah. King of Thailand. Tied up land. I'm not for it. Like, I criticize God all the time. I go, God, your universe is fucking stupid and I hate it. That's like literally something I tell God 24/7. Like, I just murdered a creature for no crime greater than just being here when I didn't want him to be, right? This is the most efficient way to do it. Didn't want to have to, if he was too dumb to not know to not come in here, then he doesn't deserve a nice treatment. It's 8 o'clock. Snake o'clock. Why do we say snakes? Because a snake takes, maybe it is a game, right? But a snake takes the ability to slither into a nest and steal eggs. The worst thing for you, the massacring of your children, the offspring of you and your loved one. That for a snake is a good day. You know, the new way, the cosmic way I found is like the synchronicity with Divine Mother, is that if you're gonna go in and eat those eggs, the mother was already gone and she didn't want them anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was already for you, or like it just works out. But anyway, yeah, it's just what it is. But anyway, the best thing about it is to know it's made up. No, KNOW, consciously know that their world is a complete fiction, and at the very most, seeing through it will make you immune to it, because it is really hard. If you literally, like, nowhere in you rests their bullshit, no one will even try. They'll just be like, it would be like going against a force they couldn't beat. So yeah, natural energy, primal energy, sage energy, primal energy is the way you heal yourself from delusion. But again, remember what you are. Is you are the result, you are the legacy of the winners, right? Which isn't necessarily a statement of quality, it's a statement of attitude. It's a statement of directed, focused will. It's a statement of what you get up to. So yeah. Now I say it all the time, life ain't good. God ain't good. God doesn't love us. Bullshit. You know. The universe is a wretchedly morbid place. Just short, shallow existences that are and are no more. And, you know, I'm real to me because I'm in the middle of it, but to everyone else, you know, I'm probably just a fleeting illusion. Like, who knows if I exist 24/7. My mom always goes to the curb. No, my mom's a hater. My mom's a hater. She was all fucking, she's a Nazi. She is a Nazi. My mom, yeah, total Nazi. She's a descendant of them. She is about rules like them. And she always goes, well, like, I don't know. This is her thing. I don't know. Every time she's about to do something stupid and hurtful, she's going like this. And all she's saying is, I don't know. And then she just does what she thinks other people would do, which is hurtful. But yeah, she's mean. She would do pressure points. My wrist still hurts from that. Like, fucking hell. And no, I don't deserve it. No, I did not deserve my dick to be touched by a knife when I was a baby. Fuck you. No one had a right to touch my dick with a knife when I was a baby. Fuck you. Fuck your religion. Fuck your country. Fuck your doctors. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. I would kill you and feel like I'd done a good thing. That's the other thing too. No morality. Don't go murdering people. They got satellites. But there is a truth. If you kill somebody in a way that it was meant to happen, it'll be like, why doesn't anything happen about that? They don't say shit because they don't care. They're like, I didn't like that guy. That guy was doing that. Guy was doing that. And he did a good thing, so I'm not going to say anything. That's all over America. You don't hear about it. The state benefits from two things. Like, you don't think, okay, subliminals, right? There are CIA records that they understood subliminals in the 50s and 60s due to Nazi scientist influence or Jew scientist influence. They're genital mutilators. They're just as bad as the Nazis. They genitally mutilate babies. Like, that's definitely on par with what the Nazis did. They've affected billions of babies' bodies in cruel and callous ways. Like, they're not better than the Nazis. Like, it is really just shit stew. You know, yeah, the white people did terrible things. The natives weren't any better, and they're not even natives. They're fucking Asian colonizers. They're really not. Like, they aren't, you know, it's poop everywhere. I think those wings are finally, maybe. Yeah, see how long they go. Those Blue Jay wings are like probably 8 months old now, 6 months. Who knows? Anyway, yep, that's it. Finer details of Monkey Island. It's like, yeah, it just, you'll notice it if you're a person. You're lucky if it doesn't happen. If people like you, you're lucky. If they don't like you, it's a wretched, awful misery. But you know, every school shooting you've ever had, I'm sure you deserved. No offense, but I've seen the funny business that you do to each other, and yeah, you totally are at war. A war for space, a war for attention, a war for whatever. Even these guys give me the death call, right? Because I'm right next to their nest. Ain't nobody your friend. Yeah, if you're a guy, this is really it. You have to kick all the other